You've been listening to the True Cash Flow Podcast, where we show you our best strategies and techniques we implement to build streams of passive income online, generating millions of dollars in revenue last year alone. To get some of our free training videos, just go to truecashflow.com and we will send you our quick start guide for free.
Welcome back, guys. Today we have a really exciting episode. We got a lot of questions from you guys that were asking, what are the first steps? How do I get started? And we've gone through sourcing product. How do you find the right product that makes sense for you? What are the steps to find those products? What are the steps to get it online? What are the steps to start marketing it? But what you guys need to understand is that when you start a brand new business, people have been asking, what is the exact starting point? So if you want us to take you step by step through the process, go to truecashflow.com, fill out the application. We're just starting a brand new group of 100, and we're going to go through the entire process from start to finish. If you want to just learn how to source products, you just want to learn how to find the right product, we have a free video report where we'll show you exactly what to do to get started. So today we're going to talk about what is the formula for success. What does it take to start from zero and build a multi-million-dollar business? So let's get started.
So Mike, many have asked, why e-commerce? Why is that something that we should start with?
Well, internet marketing, it's a tough thing. A lot of people, they don't have the tools. They don't know exactly how to get started. So e-commerce, that's the wave of the future. E-commerce is where, people that are starting right now that have no experience, e-commerce is the way to go. To me, right? So,
right.
I started out with real estate investing. I still love real estate investing, but it takes a lot of capital. And a lot of people, either they're not well funded, they don't really know where to start. I mean, they want to change in their life. And that is the first step, right? If you're in a position where you're ready to have a change in your life, you're tired of, the regular 9-to-5 grind, you're disappointed with the results you've been generating. A lot of people, they're surprised that e-commerce, it's a big beast, it's huge, but the first steps are to just take it chunk by chunk, like anything else, right? Like, if you see a huge elephant, you're like, how do I eat that elephant? It's like one bite at a time, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's 2,000 pounds, but you could eat that elephant, but it's one bite at a time. And what a lot of people don't realize is that e-commerce is, and I don't care if you're looking to build a brand, if you're looking to just enhance what you're doing. If you're looking to start something new, a lot of people are. The lowest hanging fruit right now is Amazon. And that's why I love...
It's the first bite.
Yeah, and that's great, right? Because Amazon is the first bite. Because internet marketing, it's taken me, several years to work through exactly the right formula, how it works. And, say 5 years ago, I might not have been qualified to teach people about this, but after generating several $1 million online, now I'm in a position where for the last couple of years, it's been amazing to transfer that knowledge to people that have never done it.
That's great. So most people are wondering how to get started. What's the first step?
So to me, the very first step, right? If you're looking to make money online, you might have an existing business. You might be a marketer for a company. You might be someone that has dabbled in internet marketing. It didn't work out for you. And what we're doing is working in 2018. And that's what's exciting, because there's a lot of people out there that are looking to start marketing online. And that's why I'm so passionate about Amazon, because Amazon kind of, starting a product, white labeling, starting from scratch, that seems like impossible to a lot of people. But if you just take it, like you said, the first bite of the elephant is Amazon, right? If someone's willing to take that first bite, the rest of it is just a process. You start from square one, and then you go step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. Before you know it, you've learned the backbone of internet marketing. But Amazon is just the platform to get started. Amazon is not the end all be all. I mean, you could do 7 figures a year on Amazon. You might net 200,000, 300,000, but that's just to learn the basics.
Right.
It's kind of like, if you want to play in the NFL, there's no way you're going to play in the NFL if you don't first go to college and play football. That scouts see you. But the difference with this is that you control your own destiny. You don't need someone to find you and see that, oh, wow, you're really good at that. All you really need to know is that, hey, I'm going to start with this product. You might not know what product you want to start with. And that's the problem, is a lot of people think, I don't know the right product. I don't know how to get started. And that's why we developed this course. And I love the questions, because all the questions that you've gotten, all the questions I've gotten, it's like, it shows us where the need is. Combined, we've done several million online. And that's what's fun, is that it's always changing. Internet marketing it's a moving target, and Amazon is just the place to get started. So I'm passionate about teaching Amazon, because if it sells well, you can compete, the margins are there, and we teach you all that. If people understand that, then there's no better place to get started than Amazon. And that's why we open the course back up, and 100 people are going to be able to join, but it's only by application. If you go to onlinesecrets.com, just put in your first name, your email address, then we'll immediately send you the video report, show you exactly how to get started. And if you want us to coach you and walk you through the process, we're happy to do it. But what we're talking about today is, what does it take? Like most people, the problem is they can't get out of their own way.
Yeah, right. So the first step really is to model people that have really paved the way and, made the mistakes, and you can find some that you learned from.
That's right. And, me personally, like, I've made tons of mistakes. It's, you never stop learning. But what I learned from those mistakes is really good, because I can transfer that to people that don't know where to get started. They're really scared. They don't know what to do. And the reason that we've been so successful is that, we've not just taken a process and enhanced it, but we've really gone through it, and we learned what not to do, and we learned exactly what to do. And that's what a lot of people need, because nobody can get anywhere in life without a mentor. And I'm excited, and I think it's really fun how we take people that have no experience, teach them the exact process, and every single time we all get together, it's people that you never met personally, but you get to experience where they're at, where they're going, and that's a lot of fun. Right.
So speaking of formula for success, would you say mistakes is one part of it?
Yeah, for sure it is, because
whether you do them on your own or, learn from someone else.
Yeah, a good friend of mine taught me, you either pay for lessons or you pay for mistakes, right? And, I've been one of the guys that has been paying for mistakes, right? and because, it's like you see so many people out there, so many people online. And the truth is, like, 90% are just full of it. Like, they're telling you what they saw on TV or read in a book. Like, they're not actually teaching you an exact process. And that's why I've been passionate about, and the tens of thousands of people that I've trained through podcasts, through videos, and teaching them this process. It's really rewarding when you see people come back that were once students and now they're peers, right? It's like, when you first started, you knew nothing, but now, like, look what you've done.
Right. Everyone has to start somewhere. Nobody knows everything when they get started.
That's true. And when I first started, like, I didn't have a mentor to teach me and walk me through the process. And, after generating several million online, now, like, my passion, because that's on autopilot. Like, no matter what, I'm going to make money online. But what's fun is when every 3 months we do a mastermind where all of the inner circle students get together, and it's so fun to hear the mistakes they made, right? Because, it's such a huge, broad market. Without a mastermind, without a mentor paving the way forward, and without hearing not just successes, like, everyone could sit all day and listen to success stories, but hearing failures and hearing struggles people had, that helps everyone else. And that's why, to me, masterminds are so important. And I love being the leader of the mastermind, because every single time that we've done a mastermind, it's like I learn more than anyone else. I'm not there, to say, oh, I know everything. And, like no matter what I do, I'm gonna win. Like, that's not the truth. The truth is
no, you even said it that you learned so much from everyone there.
Yeah, and everyone's looking at me. I said, I learned more than all of you guys. And they're thinking like, wait, you put this on. And it's like, but this is how it works. You guys have all gone different paths. I mean, you went through the course, you've achieved success. Many of you have. And now you're looking, how do you enhance that? And that's what I love about internet marketing, is that you never stop learning. You learn the basics, you get good at it, you generate huge amounts of revenue. One of the guys, Charles, what did he do? Like 220,
I think.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was over 200 grand in like his first 6 months, right? Yeah. So to me, that's better than what I did.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a mentor to guide me through and tell me, don't do this, don't do that. So it was really cool to see someone like Charles. And then you see Sam, who's like a master of getting to page 1. And, he took everything that I taught him, but then he enhanced it, right? And then he's able to show me, it's like, that's what's so cool about this, is that I facilitate the mastermind, but it's everybody that's involved. And you give them the tools, you get them going, and then everybody is going to look for, how do I improve myself? Then they share that with the group, share mistakes they made. And that makes everybody infinitely more qualified to do better for their businesses again.
So we're doing another mastermind soon.
Yeah, and that's what I love, right? Because we're constantly doing the masterminds. And so all the Inner Circle students, they don't pay anything to be there, because I learn as much as them, because you have all these different people in the room that are launching products, going through everything I taught them. But every single product, there might be a little hang up they have. And that's why we have coaches. That's why, we have product sourcing coaches. We have coaches just to help with the logistics of Amazon. We have coaches just to help with, where you're stuck, right? Wherever you are, wherever you're stuck. And that's what's fun, is that every single coach, every single person that works for Online Secrets started as a student. But some people rise to the top, right? That's just how it works. And they enhance upon what they learned from you, do even better, then they're qualified to help the Inner Circle. Because, you see all these gurus out there, right? Quote unquote gurus. They tell you, I know everything and just listen to me and you'll be successful. But that's not true. What it takes is a group of people that are all going after the same goal, right? Like, it's like, the Jungle Book, right? Like, I love the Jungle Book movie. It's awesome, right? Because, just like the whole mentality of like the pack of wolves against like this big beast that's, wants to kill them if they could. And they just know if they stick together, that beast can't kill them, right? And that's why it's like the perfect analogy. When I was watching it, like with the kids, it was amazing, because it's like, you're watching and you're learning and you're like, that's amazing, right? Like, that's how I'm like, I feel like that wolf, that, I'm like, to me, I can't beat that big beast by myself, but with all of us together and all the people that are moving forward, like, there's nothing that could stop us. And no matter what, it's like, they're like, you're not a wolf, and you're like, well, I want to be a wolf, right? Like, that's what I love. Like, the Jungle Book's amazing, because the entire story is just like real life. It's that, you alone, you can't.
There's only so far you can get by yourself.
It's true. And, you could try and go off it, go about it on your own. But, just think, like, one of those wolves, if they went off on their own, the big bad beast is going to kill them, right? But when they're all together, then he shies away. And he understands that, if they come after me together, like, I'm done for, right? Like, and that's what's cool. And that's how a mastermind works. And that's why anyone that's listening, we're doing a brand new group of 100. And if you want to be able to be part of the mastermind, part of the group, a contributor, and that's why it's an application. Like most people, like quote unquote gurus, right? It's like, buy my course, enter your credit card and all this, and all of a sudden you're going to be successful. I'm looking for students that can be contributors.
Have the drive.
The motivation. And, like, even me, like, you'll never get anywhere in life if you're not trainable, teachable, coachable. If you think you know everything, it's automatic failure. And it doesn't matter, how many millions, I generate in a year. If I stop learning and I stop caring about what, it might be someone brand new, but they could teach me something really cool that I just never came across that hurdle. And I never experienced that. Like everyone's going to come across different hurdles, but as a group, we all have come across different hurdles and we're able to help. And that's what I love. And that's why it's an application. That's why we only do 100 people at a time, because those 100 people, they're your brothers and sisters. They're the ones that they truly care about your success. We all want to move forward in life. We all want to be successful, but with our brothers and sisters, locked arm in arm, we could take over, we could defeat
Amazon.
Anything. Yeah. And Amazon's a beast. Yeah.
It is.
It is. And internet marketing is fun that way because, you start with Amazon, then, all the companies I've built, all the marketing I've done, everything I've done generating, millions in revenue. And that's not to brag. It's just to tell people that, hey, listen, I don't know everything. I've accomplished all these goals that I wanted to accomplish, but nothing compares to the wolf pack mentality of we're all going to go after this together. And yes, I'm happy to be your leader, but understand I'm still going to learn from you. And I might do 90% of the teaching, but that 10% that you teach me is why I love doing this.
It's invaluable. It really is.
The passion that we both have for watching people succeed is why we do this. It's doing these shows and getting more people into the inner circle. I mean, internet marketing, Amazon, we could generate more than enough revenue that we need, but it's not as fun as getting to meet new people. And, you and I were just talking about that, how, there's so many new people coming into the inner circle. After we review their application, we try and be really selective, but we get to meet really cool people too.
It's exciting.
It is,
really is.
Right? Like, isn't that part of the fun is that all the new people that come in, now, every single person, are they going to be successful? No. Some people can't get out of their own way. They can't understand, there's going to be people in your life that are looking to hold you back, that want to put the negativity in your mind, tell you can't do it. And for some people that just stops them dead in their tracks.
It does, but it's up to you. It really is at the end of the day to make that move. So based on your experience as an internet marketer, what would you say is the number one thing that people they need to understand if they want to be successful in life in general too, but, with e-commerce and
I hear it all the time, right? And just based on the thousands of people that I've trained, the number one thing is that people just don't believe they could do it, right? Like they think that it's for the other guys. They think that, there's no way I can be successful. And to me, it's crazy because I see people that are really successful and you meet them and they're not actually that smart of people. They had that one thing. They had the nerve. They had the guts. They could tune out the negativity because there's always like in my life when I said, hey, like, I quit my job and I was making, a couple $100,000 a year.
You talk about your mom all the time.
Yeah, everyone thought I was crazy. Yeah, my mom thought I was crazy. Like, the owner of the company, he's like, where are you ever going to do this?
You're gonna be jobless.
You have no job. You're actually going to quit your job. But I said, listen, I believe I could do this. And if I believe I could do it, I'm positive that, if I have the right mentality, knowing that I don't know everything.
So this doesn't mean you have to go and quit your job.
Definitely not. When I first started, I knew that there was a better way. I was tired of working 60 hours a week, working every single weekend, and knowing that that's not a future for me. I mean, it was really good money, but sometimes you get a point and money's not everything, right? Like you realize that, there's way more to life than just making money. So I decided for myself that, and this is what I try and explain to people is that, you might be in a place you're making good money, but you're tired of not spending time with the kids. You're tired of not being able to go on those vacations and take that extra time off. And it's really frustrating. But at the same time, you have so much negativity in your life and taking away that negativity is the key, because there's always people that'll say you can't do that. Like, you're going to fail if you do it. When I quit my job for a couple $100,000 a year, people thought that I was nuts. They're like, you're in your mid 20s and like, how could you possibly quit? And I was just so fed up, and I knew there was a better way. So number one key to success is tuning out the negativity, getting out of your own way. Most people are their biggest stumbling block. Like, they can't get out of their own way.
And we see that all the time.
I know. Yeah. Like, in our inner circle, like when we see the applications, like you could just see where people are at in life. And, that's why with the application process, that's what makes our group so strong, right? Like, you and I reviewing every single application, and before anyone even calls them, like right away, we have to turn down people. And it kind of stinks, because it's not like being part of this group is like the best thing in life, but it could be for some people. For some people, it's not going to be. And that's what intrigues me. And that's what gets me excited about this business, is that there's always people that are going to step up. There's always people that are going to be good contributors. There's always going to be people that make our group even stronger. And that's what we're looking for.
And that's very exciting. What would you say is number two?
To me, the second thing is that you got to be willing to take on something that you're not comfortable with.
Getting out of your comfort zone. That's everything in life, really.
Yeah, like most people can never get out of their comfort zone. They're going to go through life miserable and just do what it takes to survive. And to me, like, that's why it's the number two thing, because it's like some people can do that. They can just go through life, go through the motions, and live a pretty good life, but not an amazing life. To me, it's like, if I control my destiny, I have a group, the wolf pack of people behind me, people I could bounce ideas off of, people that are in the same place as me, that they want the change, they want to succeed. And that's why I say I learn more from the inner circle than anybody, because I get to experience all these walks of life and all these different people. So that's the second thing to me.
That's really good, and I think everyone needs to hear that. Getting started, but what would you say is a third?
So to me, the third, and it's kind of, like, it stinks that this is the way the world works, but resources, right? Like, if you don't have a couple thousand to invest in inventory and getting started, on the low point, you might be able, in inventory, maybe invest about $1,500. But, that $1,500, like, I got to say, when I first started, like, I started with supplements, the hardest thing to do. And I started with $3,000. And to me, like, I had the money to spend the $3,000, but it was out of my comfort zone. But I had the confidence that if I did the right things, I educated myself, really went after this, that it would be beneficial for me. And that 3,000 turned into over 30,000 sales, right? So to me, it's like, it was obviously the best decision of my life, because as a real estate investor, it's like, okay, this property is X amount under dollars. I can buy it. It's X amount under value. I can sell it for this amount. It's just a formula. But the problem is, as soon as you sell that house, you got to buy another. It's not like buying inventory. When you find the winning formula, it's just like, place more orders. And that's what I love about this business. So if you want to get started, just go to truecashflow.com. Just enter your first name, your email address. I got really cool training videos. I'd love to invite you to be part of the inner circle. If you want to be part of the inner circle, it's an application process. Not everyone's going to be accepted. If you go to truecashflow.com right now, enter just your first name, your email. We're going to fill up this group of 100 really quickly. But if you do that right away, I promise you, either me or Saru or someone on our staff will give you a call. And if your application meets our minimum criteria, one of us will give you a call. I promise, either me or her or somebody on our staff will give you a call. And if you're the right fit, we would love to have you. If you're not, keep listening to these shows. Keep on driving, because there will be a point where you're ready to move to the next level. There's going to be a point where you're ready to just go all in and understand that there might be a better way forward. Tune out the negativity, get excited, and I'll meet you on the other side.
You were listening to the True Cash Flow Podcast. If you would like our free training videos, go to truecashflow.com, enter just your first name and email address, and we will meet you on the other side. The information presented in this podcast is intended for your educational and informational purposes only. None of the statements contained in this podcast should be viewed as a prediction, guarantee, or promise that participating in our recommended programs will result in you generating a certain amount of income or achieving any level of monetary success. Success in any endeavor is based on a number of factors, including but not limited to hard work and capital resources. There are inherent risks in any business opportunity, and caution should be exercised before applying our information. You are encouraged to consult your attorney, CPA, or financial advisor before doing so.